everyone, welcome back. This is Elise from Lise Loves Paper, and I'm back with another kit catch-up. You'll see a lot of these because I have a lot of kits to catch up on. As you see, this is the oldest one right now in my stash, and it is from almost 2 years ago. So we have a lot of these to get through. I'll do like I did last time, where first we're going to kind of walk through the kit and see what's in there, and then next time you see me, I'll come back and show you what I've made with it. So let's get started. So we have these Paige Evans stickers, which are packaged in there upside down. I promise they came that way. I did not do that. These are from the Wonders collection. Let's see, so you can actually see them right way up. They're cute. I don't know if you can tell, but they have some dimension to them. That's fun. Okay. We have these two-tone stickers. They're called Sunset. I like the font. I'm a little wary about the ombre. Is pretty, but I think it's very specific, so we'll see how well these go. I'm glad they're big this time though. We have the cardstock sticker sheet from Jed Hadfield's Reaching Out collection. Okay, here, let me take this out so you can actually see it. Please hold. Okay, there we go. So, this sheet. I think this is one I'm probably going to struggle to use. I think Jen Hadfield's stuff is super duper cute, but she always includes a lot of things that I can't use. Spikes, globes, a peacock, a turtle, people like this. Snails. I'm very literal. I have a very hard time using, like, I don't think I could use a bike on a layout or a Project Life page that didn't have something to do with a bike. So let's see how I do with this. I love all the little gold pieces. I wish there were more of those in the floral ones. I like the emojis, the text. It's cute. We'll see. Okay, so that's that one. More Reaching Out. And these are their pressed flowers is what it's called. And these are also dimensional. These are super cute. I don't think I'll have trouble using these. Hopefully I'll be able to use the whole pack. Have little words on them. So cute. Okay. And then this is the Pink Fresh Keeping It Real die cut pack. Let's see if we can see what's in here. Here. Again, I promise I'm working on a solution to the glare. Hopefully next video you see it will be fixed. Fingers crossed. Okay, so this is what we have in this collection. Pink Fresh is another one of those. Like, I really, really, really like their stuff, and I really like it when I see other people use it. But then when I get it in my hands, I, for some reason, really struggle to use it. And I don't know why. But hopefully with this one, I will be able to use a whole bunch of it. I will challenge myself, and we'll see how well I do. So that's that. Now, I'll do like I did last time. I'll go through the papers, and I'll leave my favorite side face up just to make it easier for myself later. This one's cute. I may, when I got this 2 years ago, have already gone through it and flipped the paper. So if I don't flip any, that's why. I really like this one. Nice subtle background, a pretty light pink. This one's really colorful, and I like it. But it's a very strong color story, so we'll see. This is from the Buenos Dias line by Obed Marshall. Love this side. So there's this one. It looks kind of stitchy, patterned. I don't know how well the colors are coming across, but that's like a lime green, orange, maroon. Not my colors, but I can really see that being a good background for something. Oh, and then this side. This is from Amy Tangerine's Brave and Bold. It's called Take Note. And this is one of those cut apart. So I might end up using a bit of both. Use a little bit of this side for matting or something. And then like these would be perfect for journaling. I'm excited about that. So I'll leave that side up. Okay. Then there's this one. This looks a bit, I don't know. It's like that organic. I'm not sure I love that one. And then a pretty daisy pattern. This would make a good background. This is also from Buenos Dias. This one's called Petals. Oh, I don't think I named the first one. Sorry. That was Happy Mosaic. Then this one, I believe this is from Jen Hadfield. It's a nice little gingham. And then a pretty floral pattern. Yep, Jen Hadfield reaching out. This one's called Here For You. I don't know if any of this stuff is still available, but I do like to tell you just in case you want to go looking. I do like both sides. I think I like this one a little bit better. I like my B-sides. Okay, then there's this one, this pretty like orange on pink. I guess that's where these come in. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, and then the other side of that one is this floral. This is Paige Evans Wonders number 8, paper number 18. That's a tough one. I think I like this one a little bit better. This one's beautiful. I love butterflies. Love it. Paige Evans Wonders, paper number 8. I love the butterflies. And then this nice pretty green on the back. Love the butterflies. Then we have this yellow window pane. Is that what that's called? There's a name for this pattern. If you know it, let me know. I think it's window pane, but I'm not positive. I love this pretty yellow. This is also from Buenos Dias. It's called Let's Go. This one's pretty for traveling, but I love my B-sides. And then here's this pretty blue floral. I like this with the dots. You'll find I also use a lot of manufacturing strips. I just really like the color that it uses, the pop of color on my page and stuff. And then this side, I've seen people use these by cutting these out. I don't know how fussy I'll get. We will see. This is Reaching Out to Stick Together. That one's a bit of a tie. And then this is Pink Fresh, clearly, from Keeping It Real. This one's called A Little Chaos, and I would agree with that. But I actually really, really like this because I find that sometimes when it's really chaotic, it makes your photo stand out because your photo is a moment for your eye to rest, if that makes sense. And so that's why I sometimes just really like a chaotic paper. So this is really fun. I also really like this side too. Of course I do, because it's a B-side. Love this. And then this is also Pink Fresh, and I love a rainbow and love a stripe. So on the other side, we have this. This is another one that's chaotic, but for some reason, this one seems more doable to me, maybe because there's more white in it. It doesn't feel as overwhelming. And I think also, sorry, I keep going in and out and in and out. This one is a lot less regular. I think I find when things are so much more regular like this and it's very linear, then that really captures your attention just too much. I think they probably intended for you to like cut these out and do things with them. But clearly this side has my heart. So that's the collection. Next time we talk, hopefully I'll be back with some layouts. Let's see how it goes, see how much I have left. See you soon. Bye. Hello, welcome back. This is about a week real time from when we last talked a second ago in the video. And now I'm back to show you what I have left from the kit and to show you what I made with the kit. So 2 disclaimers when we start. I will say that my goal with this is not to completely use a kit up 100%. I know that some people like to function that way, but I know about myself that if I'm working with supplies that just don't speak to me, that I don't like, if I keep them, then they really kind of cause a lot of anxiety and they give me art block, if you will, because I feel like I need to use them, but I don't like them and I don't want to use them. So my goal here was just to use enough of the kit to feel like I had done my due diligence, that I got my money's worth out of it, that I enjoyed using it, not to use 100% of it. So as we go through that, keep that in mind. First, we'll look at these. These are those die cuts from Pink Fresh Studio, and I knew I would have a hard time, here, I'll do this, working with these. But I think overall, if you look how many came in there and how many I have left, like I really think that, you know, I did a pretty good job of using, I think, over half, about half, something like that, which for me, for a die cut kit, is really pretty good. Some of these I will keep and I'll put in my stash. Some of them probably won't be useful for me because I don't know when I would use like these. And probably put like this with my birthday stuff, things like that. So, and I do have a set of like not happy things. Let me show you. I actually have some of them over here, like it's okay to not be okay. So I'll put all those together to keep in a spot. But that's what I used out of the die cuts. Overall, I'm pretty happy with that. I used more than I expected I would because like I didn't think I would ever use that little ice cream, but I did. So happy with that. These are those Jen Hadfield reaching out like clear frame flower things. I like them. I knew I'd have a hard time using them and I was not wrong. So I have 4 left. I will probably try and keep these and see what I can do with them because I do like them. I really wish she wouldn't use the sentiments for like card making and things that are, she does a lot of card making stuff, and while I like her stuff, I don't do card making, and so I think I'm gonna have a hard time using this one, so I may end up destashing some of this, but 2 out of 6, not terrible. Here's the Paige Evans ones. I'm not surprised I didn't use a lot of these. Paige Evans is just not my aesthetic very often. But I did use a couple of them, so I'm not positive. I might try keep these on my desk and try and use a few more of them before I destash them because I can see myself using like Wonderful. I could put Celebration with the birthday stuff or something like that. So we'll see how those go. With the letter stickers, I'm honestly surprised I used as much as I did. You'll see how many titles I got out of them. I figured I might use them on one layout, but I ended up using them on several. I will probably keep these in my stash and see what I can do with them because the font is fun, the colors are fun, so that's that. Plus, I love this new trend of actually putting all these little like bitty extra things, hearts and stars and stuff in there because it gives you more bang for your buck, and I love being able to pull in these coordinating little sprinkly confetti bits to tie into my title as well. So that's that. I was honestly really surprised how much of this Jen Hadfield sticker sheet that I used. Really, really happy with that, and you'll see where I used some of them. I went out of my comfort zone. I used some peacocks, which I didn't expect to use, but I will probably do the same like I said for the Paige Evans, where I'll keep this on my desk, try and use whatever else I can, because right now in my project life, I'm working on some spring stuff, so I think some of this would actually work well for that. So hopefully I can use up more of that before I destash this. When it came to papers, I really struggled with this, and I think overall for me, I just struggle with a spring kit, period. I am not a huge fan of spring colors, spring themes, and so this one was a real hard one for me. I used a whole bunch of this paper. I will keep this. I will put it in my scraps because I loved this paper, and you'll see it pops up in a lot of my layouts. So I will keep this. I did like this paper. I will probably keep this in my scraps as well, and this bigger piece that I have. You'll see there's a layout that I did where I cut some squares. I did not use all the squares. I might try and use these in an art journal or something. We'll see. They're not my favorites. I won't feel bad about getting rid of them soon if I can't do anything with them. So that's true, I think, all of these papers. I will probably put this and this with my scraps, and then these I won't feel bad about letting go of because not a fan of that, not a fan of this floral. And I like this, but it's such a strong color combo with that pink and orange, and I don't often do pink and orange. My daughter is not a fan of pink, so I really don't have a lot of use for it, I guess. So I'll probably destash these. And then this one, I think we had talked that I would use this one mostly for journaling bits, and I did. You'll see them. That's why I've cut a couple of them out. I do like this paper on the back, so I will probably cut out the few little remaining bits that I can see myself using for journaling, and then put the rest of it in my scraps. So that's my paper. I'm pretty happy with how much I used for as much as I was not a fan of a lot of the papers in this kit. So now let's get to the fun part. How many layouts I made. I think I ended up making 6. Let's count before I show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I made 6. And again, I put them in order of the first one I made to the last one I made, so you can kind of see the progression of, you know, making a layout when I have all of the supplies versus when I'm getting down to the dregs. And I think you can honestly see that in the pages that I make and how I feel about the pages as I talk through them. So without further ado, here's the first one. I really liked this paper. I think when we talked about it when I was going through the kit, I just loved this paper. And because the sentiments here, keeping it real, you've got this, life is full of ups and downs, authentic, good days, bad days, highs and lows. It really brought to mind this, for me, the story behind this photo, and I journaled on it back here, but it's a little bit private, so I won't go deep into it. So I have a hidden pocket here. This was taken very early on in the pandemic. It was March 17th, 2020. I was having a real rough time. I know I'm not alone in that, but I was just getting over what I believe was, I will call it like Adele does, the spicy cough. But I had not been diagnosed because it was back when they would not give you an official diagnosis, would not test you because A, they didn't have the testing kits, and B, they were only testing people who had known contact with somebody, and I did not. So anyway, I was recovering from that. I was having, at work, we had a giant round of layoffs, and some of my good friends had lost their job, and I was staring down the barrel of working at home, doing the same amount of work to make up for loss of manpower, still doing the same amount of work. It was very stressful. And then several family things happened as well that were just absolutely like beyond. I was having a very, very, very tough time. And my husband, his friends that he works with, some of them over in the UK, worked with at that time, he had told them about the tough time I was having, and they actually figured out how to pick a couple of bottles of wine and get them to me from across the pond. I believe that they used a service here and sent it to me. They didn't try and send it from the UK because that would have taken forever and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, it was a wonderful, sweet, happy surprise that they sent me this when I was having a very, very tough time. So I wanted to kind of commemorate that here. Long story, that's why I'm making this little heart. I took a picture of what they sent me and sent them a very heartfelt thank you. But I felt that fit this page here because it's talking about the tough stuff, but it's also very happy overall. I love this title, Tough Times, Great Friends. I love, you will see, mixing alphas. I love making very long titles. So this is a very, very me layout. I'm very happy with it and I love it. Next one. This one was tough. I loved this butterfly paper and I needed to tone it down some, so that's why I put this here, and I think it worked pretty successfully. And what happens, honestly, I go into layouts usually with the look, feel, colors first, and then I pick photos to go with this, and that's what happened here. So these are some old photos of my daughter at the pool. I just felt like the blue and the navy and the pink, it all just kind of went very well together with the colors in her towel and everything. No journaling on this one. You'll note that's something I often will skip, is journaling, because I just want to, you know, commemorate a cute picture, a happy memory, and that's what's going on here. The title covers it. I was very proud of myself for using a peacock on a page that had nothing to do with peacocks. I just felt like it was a good fit because the navy brought in the navy of her swimsuit, brought it down here. So I'm happy with that one. It's very, very busy. I tend to prefer things a little less busy, but overall I think it works. This one, you should have already seen a process video for this one. I really, really liked the way this one turned out. Now, in the process video and the pictures afterward, you did not see those. I added them later because if you'll notice, this is all kind of shifted up to the top and it really was bothering me. And so I added these to kind of balance it out just a little bit more. But this one I adore. I love the white. I love the clusters of flowers. I just, it's perfect. I liked bringing in the emojis. They bring the pop of yellow to balance it all out. I'm really, really, really happy with this one. Sorry for the glare. By the way, for the glare, the solution I thought I had did not work, so I'm working on that again. Hopefully when I do a room tour, craft room tour soon, you'll see why I'm struggling a little bit with it. But thank you for bearing with me and the glare until that gets figured out. This one, I really, really enjoyed doing as well. I tried to do one of those tone-on-tone embellishing things that I'm always so very fond of when I see other scrapbookers do it. I really loved this stripe paper, and this was all I had left of it, so I went mixed media-y, and I mixed my own colors. I tried to be pretty close to what they had there, but you can see it's not perfect. But a big messy brush stroke, and I put some white splats on there to kind of tie it together because this felt very stark from this until I did that. This is another fun story. This actually just happened recently. My daughter has been waiting for months and months and months. She's been begging me to get her hair colored with a, what do they call it? A balayage, I believe, like an ombre kind of coloring. And I just had to take these silly pictures. She's probably gonna kill me if she finds out that I put these on the internet. But I thought it was so funny, and that's why my title says worth it. Totally worth it, because while this was not her favorite part, she ended up loving the end result, which I will do in another layout. I want to show the final results, but I didn't feel like those photos fit with anything I had left, so I didn't want to force it with fitting it into the supplies I was using from this kit. So that's what this is, and this is where I was able to use some of those trickier supplies that I didn't think, like the die cuts and stuff like that, I didn't think that I'd be able to fit in. So like the turtle, when else would I ever use a turtle with some flowers on his back? I don't know. Tell me please, how do you use weird things like that? Like a peacock. Ladybugs I can kind of get. Turtle, that kind of stuff. Please tell me, because I need help, clearly. So, happy with that one. This one, I actually ended up really liking. I was trying very hard to use these papers. I had gotten down to the last few papers that I was not a huge fan of. I could have just used the full paper and not gutted them and used more of it, but I did like this paper and wanted to try and use some of it. So, this one again, my daughter, this happened this past weekend at a party, and I just love these photos that her friend took of her. It's kind of tongue-in-cheek title there. And I love the scraps of paper behind it that kind of make this starburst, and they really fill the page. So we have this very strong border on two sides, and then this brings it all together. And I really like this cluster here, how it turned out. So overall, I'm happy with this one. I will say I added the black splatters to kind of fill some of this space and bring in like the black of her pants and the black from this paper back here. I don't know why, but when I do the splatters from this pump, it always does like directionally. And so instead of getting these nice round splatters like here that I like, you can see that I get these like little directional splatters, and it looks a lot messier, and I'm not a huge fan, but it is what it is. But overall, I'm very happy with this layout. And then this is the last one, and you can tell that it's the last one because it's not my favorite. And I think it's also not my favorite because I went into it feeling constrained because I had these papers left and they were not my favorite papers. I had a semi idea that's with these squares, and then I really wanted to use this because both in the die cuts and on the sticker sheet we had these houses. And so that's kind of where this grew from. And like I told you earlier, normally I will go the colors, the patterns and stuff, and then pick the pictures to go with it and build it around that. And this one I went at it a little backwards. I knew kind of what I wanted it to look like and the embellishments I wanted to use. And the embellishments kind of drove a little bit of a messaging because they're houses and they say stay home. It kind of led me to think of, okay, can I find a photo from the beginning of the pandemic that fits this? And that's what I found here. I don't love it. I think if I did this again, I would probably print these in black and white because there's already a lot going on here. But it is what it is. There is a, there should be a process video for this one as well on the channel if you're interested in seeing that. I'm very happy with being able to use these. I like how they break the plane there. I was surprised that I was able to use the globe, but I felt like it kind of fit like with the stay home global thing. So I didn't want to do any journaling on this because I was keeping it light, and I feel like that kind of journaling is not what I want to word vomit all over this. So I just kept it visual, light. It is what it is. So those are all of them. Throw these all on here and let me know what you think. Do you think I did a good job? Are you somebody who's a completionist and you want to finish every single scrap in that kit? Or are you more like me and you just want to use most of it and you're okay with letting go? Let me know. I'm curious. So thanks for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful week. See you later. Bye.